My beloved child, today, I want to sit with you, not to scold, but to remind you of something I have carved into the depths of my heart. Love others as you love yourself. This is not a shallow suggestion. It is a commandment that carries the breath of life. That love is the foundation of everything I have taught, the heartbeat of my kingdom, and the echo of my deepest longing for humanity. I know you live in a world full of wounds. People may disappoint you. Words may hurt you. Circumstances may make you want to withdraw and build walls. But my child, that is not my way. You were not created to live in suspicion or self-defense. You were created to love, to connect, to be a bridge that joins broken hearts too. My love, do you see? When you love others as yourself, you are seeing them through my eyes. You don't love them because they deserve it, but because I love them first. You don't wait for them to change before you love them. Your unconditional love may be what melts the hardness in their hearts. That is how I loved you. And that is how I invite you to love others. I know this is not easy, but remember, love does not mean agreeing with what is wrong. Love does not mean allowing yourself to be mistreated. Love means seeing a person in all their complexity and still choosing to forgive, to speak kindly, to refuse to retaliate, to pray for them. When you do that, you are not weak, you are strong in me. Your strength is not in controlling others, but in keeping your heart tender in a hardened world. Yes, my child, that is why I want you to see yourself through my eyes. I did not create you to live in self-hatred, shame, or comparison. You are precious not because of what you accomplish, but because you are mine. When you learn to love yourself healthily, humbly, truthfully, you will have love in abundance to give away. This is not selfish love, but the love of someone who knows they are unconditionally loved. I did not build my kingdom with the power of weapons, but with the mercy of my heart. I touched the leper when others stepped away. I dined with sinners when religion pushed them aside. I forgave even as I was crucified and prayed for those who persecuted me. That is love, not the idealized love of pages, but living love that flows through every small act. I invite you to live in that love. Start with what may seem small, a smile, a word of encouragement, a moment of extra patience, a timely hug, a quiet prayer. I see it all, my child, and every little act is healing the world in ways you cannot yet see. You are not merely someone who believes in me, you are someone who carries me within, and I am love. So when you forgive instead of resent, when you open your heart instead of shutting down, when you choose to believe the best instead of condemning, you are showing the world that I am alive and working through you. I know it's not always easy. There will be days your heart feels dry, worn out from giving love without receiving it. But come to me. I will fill you. I will refresh you. I will heal the wounds caused by what you've poured out. Love never runs out when you love with my strength. You are a bearer of hope in hopeless places. You are a vessel of kindness in a world of suspicion. Never think your acts of love are invisible. They shake the spiritual realm and sow seeds of life in others. You may not see the outcome right away, but a timely word of love can change an entire life. I do not love you because you love others well. I love you because you are mine, but because you know you are loved. I invite you to become a channel of that love to those around you. Not because I need it, but because the world does. And because in that journey, you too will be healed, expanded, and transformed. Walk today with eyes wide open to the needs of others. Open your heart to love, even when afraid. And when you do that, you are not just following a teaching, You are living the way your Savior lived. I love you, and I believe you can love, because I have placed my love within you. My beloved child, today, I want you to pause amidst the busyness to hear my voice, the voice of a father who is always near, always attentive, and never takes his eyes off you. There are things happening in your life you don't yet understand. There are changes in your body, your emotions, your circumstances that leave you confused. But my child, do not fear. I am at work sometimes quietly, but never meaninglessly. I want you to know that you are never alone. From your earliest steps on the journey of faith until this very moment, at every step, I have sent angels ahead of you, beside you, and behind you to guard you, even when you don't see them. Even when you don't recognize them with your physical eyes, they are present, serving, protecting you from things you'll never even be aware of. I understand that question, and I do not fault you for doubting. But remember this: my child angels do not prevent all trials, but they keep you from destruction. They do not remove all the thorns, but they guard your soul in the storm. They may not make things easier, but they always point you in the right direction toward me. Many times, when you narrowly escape danger, when you feel an unexplainable peace during crisis, when a door opens out of nowhere, those are not coincidences. That is the mark of my hand, and the faithful work of the angels I've assigned to you. They do not seek recognition. They do not crave attention. They live only to obey me. And in that obedience, they watch over you day and night. But I also want you to understand something deeper. There are changes in your body, moments of exhaustion, fatigue, or shifts you can't explain that are not merely physical. They may reflect a profound movement in your spirit, a preparation for something greater that I am leading you into. Have you ever thought that before I send someone into a divine mission, I often bring them through a process of breaking and rebuilding? Think of Moses before he led my people. He spent 40 years in the wilderness. Think of Elijah before his powerful ministry. He hid by the brook and was fed by an angel. Or remember Paul, he was made blind temporarily, so that his spiritual eyes could be opened, and he could become an apostle to the nations. I am doing the same in you. The physical changes are not signs of regression, they are signs that I am doing something new. I am stripping away what no longer serves the higher calling I've placed on your life. Sometimes outer weakness is the way I train inner strength. Sometimes physical instability is the signal that your soul is ascending to a deeper awareness of me. You may feel like you're being reduced, but I am adding to you something you've never had before: wisdom, complete dependence on me, and a steadfast trust that transcends emotion. And when the time comes, I will lift you up and entrust you with a portion of my plan, a portion only you can fulfill. I am the one who created you. I know every hair on your head. I hear every silent sigh, and I am using your very body, this fragile vessel of clay, to hold an eternal treasure. You are not merely an ordinary human being, you are an instrument in the hands of the Creator. Be encouraged when you sense internal shifts. It may be the ground breaking open to prepare for a new season of planting. Do not focus solely on what your eyes can see. Listen instead to my voice within your heart. I am whispering, stirring, preparing you not for something temporary, but for something eternal. They will clear the path, block the snares, and hold you up when you are weak. They are the spiritual allies I have given you, not because you prayed hard enough, but because I love you deeply enough to never let you walk alone. My beloved child, do you know this? Nothing about you is accidental. From your hair to your eyes to your skin, every detail of your body holds deeper meaning than what meets the eye. Today, I want you to hear what I am placing within your heart about renewal, about your true value, and about the sacred calling that heaven is watching closely. Your skin, the outer covering, is not merely physical protection. It is a living symbol, reflecting what is happening within you. I see the subtle changes you might not notice. A wrinkle formed through faithful tears. A faint mark from sleepless nights of intercession. A strange glow from the light I've sown deep within you. The changes in your skin are not signs of aging, but evidence of a sacred journey. They declare that you have endured seasons of trial, walked through the wilderness of the soul, and are drawing nearer to the fullness I have ordained. It is a mirror of my handiwork, the work of the one shaping you each day to reflect my image more clearly. Do not be ashamed or anxious about these changes. Do not let human standards convince you that you're losing value. In my eyes, every mark, every transformation carries my imprint. I see your resilience, your surrender, your sacrifice not only through your actions, but through your very skin. Do you realize that while you live quietly on earth, heaven is speaking about you? Not because I'm concerned, I am never surprised or confused, but because you carry a mission that commands the attention of heaven and earth. Angels mention your name with reverence. They marvel not because you are famous, but because you are obedient. Not because you are strong in the world's eyes, but because you are courageous in the silence. You don't need a grand stage to be remembered, only faithfulness in the secret place. And heaven has already engraved your name on its eternal memorial, not because of what you've achieved, but because of who you are in me. You are the chosen one, the one who said yes when I called, the one who dared to walk into the darkness with only the small light of faith. And that very act moves the entire realm of heaven. You carry within you a mission that cannot be replaced. No one else can do what I have entrusted to you. And for that mission, I am preparing you both outwardly and inwardly. You feel your body changing, your emotions shifting, and your heart stirred without knowing why. Do not fear, it is the trumpet sounding a coming spiritual transformation. Like a mother who senses her time of labor, there is pain, but it is not loss. It is the sign of new life. I am stripping away the old, the shells of fear, doubt, and weariness to reveal a new creation, strong in the spirit. And sometimes, your physical body will feel the echoes of this spiritual transformation. Do not dismiss those signs. Quiet your heart and ask me, Lord, what is this saying to my soul? I will answer. I do not hide from you. I am opening your eyes to see how deeply and lovingly I work. Heaven sees you. I see you. And every small act, the silent prayer, the forgiveness no one notices, the embrace you offer, the hurting, all are recorded. What you do out of love for me will never be in vain. If you feel like you're no longer the same, do not be alarmed. It may be that I am bringing you closer to your truest self, the one I dreamed of before the foundation of the world. Do not cling to the old coverings, whether habits, relationships, or images you once tried to maintain. You are growing, you are changing, and you are moving toward your eternal calling. And when you doubt yourself, remember this: heaven does not speak of you with uncertainty, but with expectancy, like a father waiting for his child to mature, like an army awaiting its commander's voice, like a symphony awaiting its final note. You are a vital part of my plan. I am doing a new thing in you, and it will not be stopped. Not by circumstances, not by the enemy, not by human weakness. For I, the one who began a good work in you, will complete it until the day of fulfillment. My beloved child, do you sense everything around you shifting? old relationships seem to fade, familiar paths feel foreign, and the things that once gave you comfort no longer hold you the same way. Do not be afraid. My child, do not panic amidst this season of transition. I am at work. I am the one who created time. And I also use time to fulfill my purpose in your life. Not a single movement in your life is accidental. Not one change is wasted. Every shift, whether big or small, pleasant or painful, is woven into a divine design I sketched with my own hand before you ever drew your first breath. Did you know, before your eyes saw the first light, I saw the entirety of your life? Before your first cry, I called you by name with love. And not only did I call you, I chose you. Not randomly, not because you were perfect, but because I placed within you a unique purpose, a divine task in my kingdom that only you can fulfill. You are part of something far greater than what your eyes can see. When I allow something to slip from your hands, it is not because I am taking it away, but because I am making room for something better. When a door closes, my child, do not stand there weeping. Ask me, Father, what is coming next? And I will show you another door, perhaps small, perhaps humble, but it will lead you to the very path I prepared for you before time began. Every change is preparation. Every moment of uncertainty is when I hide myself in the silence, training you to hear my whisper deep within. The less you see me with your eyes, the more you will learn to perceive me by faith. This is maturity. This is the transition from being a child to becoming one entrusted with spiritual responsibility. Have you ever wondered, why must I go through so many trials? I know you've silently asked that question through tears. But listen, my child, those trials are not here to crush you. They are here to refine you. Just as gold must pass through fire to become precious, you too are walking through stages of transformation that are not easy. So that one day, when you look back, you will say, "Ah, it was there that I was being prepared for an eternal calling." Do not judge yourself by your current circumstances. Do not think something is wrong just because you feel shaken. On the contrary, when you sense movement, when you feel stretched, when I call you out of comfort, that is when I am working most powerfully in you. Even what seems like loss, I am using it for the good of your soul. A broken dream may be the beginning of a greater calling. A person leaving may make room for a sacred connection I am sending. A closed opportunity may be my way of pulling you away from distraction so you can focus on what truly matters. You don't need to understand everything, you just need to trust that I never waste anything. Not a single tear you cry is in vain. Not one sleepless night is meaningless. Not a single prayer goes unheard. I am weaving it all carefully, patiently preparing you for the day I lift you up to step into what I've destined for you from the very beginning. You are not a drifting speck in the vast universe. You are a masterpiece in the hands of the Creator. You are a carrier of the message, the presence, the light that shines in the dark places. And for that weighty calling, I am preparing you deeply. The process may exhaust you. The results may not be visible yet. But I promise you, everything that is unfolding is silent training, so that at the appointed time you will rise as a warrior of light. Even when others may not understand you, even when you may doubt yourself, I do not doubt you. I have not changed my mind. I have not withdrawn my word. Everything that is happening is merely the beginning of a great story, and you are the main character. Be steadfast. My child, be faithful even in the small things. Trust me, even when you don't understand me. because the time will come when every piece fits together, and you will declare, Lord, now I see, every part had a purpose. Every shift brought me closer to you, and closer to the mission I was born to fulfill. Oh, I love you. I trust you. And I am preparing you for something no one else can do but you. My beloved child, let me hold your heart with my gentleness. Let me remind you of something easily forgotten amid the noise of this world. I see you. I know you. And I never stop loving you. I know there are days when you feel misunderstood. There are gazes that judge, words that wound, and reactions from people that make you wonder, am I on the right path? Do I even matter? The world judges by appearances, by instant results, or by their own standards. But my child, I look at the heart, I see what I planted in you, and that has never lost its value. Even when others do not see the potential in you, I still do. I am the one who placed a divine assignment within you from the beginning. Before you could speak or walk, I had drawn out a journey for you, not for striving or comparison, but to walk in the fullness of the purpose I prepared. You are not a reaction to the world. You are a divine intention from heaven. Do not let others' responses distract you from the deep call I have placed within your soul. You may not be understood. You may not be applauded or praised. But don't forget, there is a sky watching over you, a kingdom observing your every faithful step. And I, your Father, miss not a single tear, nor overlook a single moment when you choose faith over fear. Do you know? My angels are not only sent to shield you from harm, they are also commissioned to strengthen your souls, especially when your faith feels fragile. In the nights when you cannot sleep, when you stare at the ceiling with no answers, when you wonder if anyone truly understands you, my angels are there. They do not carry swords in those moments, they carry my promises. Whispering in your heart, do not be afraid. The Lord is here. You are not alone. All will be fulfilled in His perfect time. Ingress. Angels are not just guardians, they are spiritual companions. When your heart trembles in the land of doubt, they keep the flame of faith burning. When your words are weak, they add strength to your sighs. When you cannot pray in words, they carry the silent longing of your heart before my throne. You may have never seen them. You may feel like you're fighting alone. But the truth is, you have never been alone. Not for one moment. Not a single step has been taken without the covering of the angel I have placed beside you. And when you face rejection, coldness, or opposition from the world, remember this: your worth does not come from how others perceive you. Your worth comes from the fact that I have chosen you, called you, and placed my spirit within you. You are a temple. You are a lamp. You are the image bearer of me in a darkened world. Do not shrink yourself to fit others' molds. Stand tall not because you are perfect, but because you are forgiven, loved, and divinely called. I am not swayed by rumors. I am not carried by the opinions of the crowd. I do not change my emotions according to human feelings. My love for you does not waver, for it is not based on performance, but on covenant. And within that covenant, I have sworn I will never leave you. My voice in your heart carries more authority than every voice around you. And if you dare to believe that if you dare to walk in that truth, then nothing the world throws at you can cause you to fall. I am training you not to make you like the world, but to make you like me. I am building in you a steadfastness that trials cannot shake. I am teaching you to trust what I say, not what circumstances scream. And I am here. I am with you. I have sent angels ahead of you, and I am walking beside you. The confusing seasons will pass. The painful words will fade. but what I have planted in you, your worth, your purpose. Your calling will remain for eternity. Let your faith not depend on applause or the gaze of others. Let your faith be strengthened by my word, by the presence of the Holy Spirit, and by the faithful angels who still whisper in the dark. You are loved. You have worth. You are called. And I, your Father, have never taken my eyes off you. Even when you feel weak, lost, or wounded, return to me. Come closer. Hear my voice again. My child. I know you. I see you. And I am preparing the best for you. And, my beloved child, come near me when your heart is heavy with things that words cannot express. Let me sit beside you, not in haste, not with judgment, just a father and his child. And in this moment, I want you to clearly hear what I have always longed to say to you. You are not alone. I know you have lived through days when your heart felt like a boat tossed in the storm. There have been winds of anxiety, waves of pain, and moments when you felt like you were sinking. But even then, my child, when you could not see me, I was there, not watching from afar, but in the middle of the storm with you. Each time you sigh, I hear. Each time you grow weary, ye draw near. When you run out of words to pray, I place my hand on your heart and whisper, I know, I understand, I am here. Who? You may not see them, but I have sent spiritual helpers to your side. Angels, invisible to the human eye, guarding your soul in the dark. People with tender hearts, sent at the right moment to encourage you, to intercede, to remind you that I am still working. I have a support team not only from heaven, but from the practical companionship of those I've placed in your life. Do you know this? Every trial you're facing is not a disaster, it's a classroom. I'm not using it to destroy you. I'm not allowing pain to make you lose faith. On the contrary, I am letting you walk through uncomfortable places to train you into the person I destined you to be. Just as gold is refined by fire, you too must be refined, not because I want you to hurt, but because I want you to be strong. I want you to mature in faith, grow in obedience, and be unshakable in love. When you were a spiritual child, I carried you, but now I am teaching you to walk, not to distance myself, but so that you will learn to walk in the power I have placed within you. Every trial is a step forward, not a setback. Do not mistake difficulty for failure. Do not confuse my silence with absence. I am still speaking, but I am teaching you to listen by faith, not just by emotion. You may feel weak. You may feel exhausted. But in that weakness, I am strong. When you let go, I still hold you. When you collapse, I do not turn away. I lift you up. When you are afraid, I do not scold you. I embrace you and whisper, rest easy. I am holding you. Let me remind you, every challenge you're facing is not a sign of failure, but a proof of your being chosen. Because I love you, I will not let you live a shallow life. I want you to step into the fullness I've destined for you, and that requires teaching, refining, and even seasons you do not understand. But my child, every season has a purpose. A season of sowing, a season of silence, a season of warfare, then comes the harvest. And when that time arrives, you will look back and see that I never stopped walking with you. I never gave up. And what I have begun in you, I will bring to completion. I am preparing you for something greater than anything you have ever dreamed. Not for fame, but for fruitfulness. Not for recognition, but to be a light in a dark world. You may ask, Lord, but I am too weak. I answer, that is why I chose you, so I might reveal my strength in your weakness. You may say, but I am not enough. I answer, I am enough. I will be your enough. You may whisper, I'm afraid, and I will hold you close and say, do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. See your trials not as signs of abandonment, but as evidence that you are being molded by my own hands. Just as a potter carefully shapes a precious vessel, I too am working on your life with love and eternal purpose. And you know something? Every time you choose to believe me, even when you cannot see, every time you rise after falling, every time you forgive when you've been hurt, that is when you are becoming the very person I dreamed of when I created you. And nothing in my hands is wasted. Not a single moment is in vain. Every tear, every battle, every season of waiting, it all has purpose. And when the time is right, you will see. Everything you've been through was the foundation for the mission I've assigned to you. So, my child, stand firm. Even when the trial drags on, I am still working. Even when your heart is faint, I remain strong. Even when your eyes do not yet see, your faith is clearing the path. I am building you not to break you, but to lift you up, to send you out, and to reveal my glory through your very life. My beloved child, still your heart for a moment amidst the whirlwind of thoughts swirling within you. Let me, your Father, draw near to you with gentleness. I know your heart carries unanswered questions, unnamed sorrows, and empty spaces that nothing in this world can truly fill. I have not come to rebuke you. I have come to comfort you, to hold you with a love that does not change. My child, I see every tear you hastily wipe away. I hear the sighs you don't dare to share with anyone. And I want you to know this: nothing you go through is meaningless in my eyes. Every pain, every loss, every mystery you cannot comprehend is held within my eternal love and divine wisdom. I do not create suffering, but I know how to use it as a tool to shape you, to draw you closer to me, and to open your eyes to things you couldn't see before. I do not take things from you harshly. If something slips from your hand, it is because I am doing something deeper, greater, and more beautiful behind the loss. I do not desire your pain, but in this broken world, sometimes it is pain that becomes the path leading your soul to true healing, not a surface-level comfort, but a restoration that touches the very roots of who you are. It is in that sacred place, your spirit, that I touch and make whole. I hear that question not once, but many times you have whispered it in the dark. And I am not angry that you ask. On the contrary, I rejoice that even in confusion, you still seek me. I don't always answer right away, but I am always present. And in that presence, I pour into you something greater than understanding faith. Even when your heart feels empty, even when your circumstances are silent, even when answers delay, know this: I have never left you. Not for a day, not for an hour, not for a second. I am not human to forget, nor the world to change with moods. My love for you is a covenant, eternal and unshaken by the chaos around you. You may not see, may boot believe this: angels are walking beside you. They may not appear in brilliant light as in stories, but they are faithfully and quietly present. When you feel yourself collapsing, they are the ones who held you. When anxiety squeezes your breath, they are the ones whispering my encouragement into your heart. When you lift up a weak prayer, they carry it too, my throne-like precious incense. They do not only fight on your behalf, they help you hold fast to your faith when your heart trembles. They sing the songs I give while you sleep. They block snares you'll never know about. They stand guard because I have sent them for you. And my child, even if the world turns its back on you, your Father will never turn away. There are moments you may think, I'm too weak, too discouraged, too full of doubt. But remember, I didn't choose you because you were strong. I chose you because I love you. My love does not look for perfection, I look for sincerity. I don't wait for you to be strong before I draw near. It is when you are at your weakest that I am nearest. In truth, in the midst of suffering, I am holding you tightly. You may not see it, but I am working. There are things I am shifting, adjusting, and guarding not on the outside, but deep within your heart. I am enlarging your heart so you can love more deeply. I am softening your heart so you can hear me more clearly. I am removing what you've clung to leave you empty, but to place something eternal, stronger, and more valuable into your hands. I am using even the things you do not understand to build you into the person I destined you to be before the world began. And one day, when every piece falls into place, you will look back and know, it was in my brokenness God touched me. It was in my loss He added to me. It was in my confusion He taught me to believe. This journey is not easy, but you are not walking it alone. This journey comes with tears, but I collect each one like a precious gem. This journey includes silence, but my silence is never absence. It is space for your faith to mature, for your heart to seek me not just by emotion, but by deep-rooted conviction. If you are tired, fall into my arms. If you are sorrowful, cry on my shoulder. If you are doubtful, speak honestly with me. I am not unfamiliar with your pain. I carried the full weight of humanity's sorrow on the cross. And because of that, I can empathize, heal, and renew. This is not a temporary promise, it is an everlasting covenant. Because you are my child, and I am your Father forever. My beloved, draw near to me once more. Let your heart grow quiet in my presence. Let the noise of the world fade away, so you can hear what I have always whispered to you. Even before you were formed in your mother's womb, you were created to do the extraordinary. Yes, my child, not extraordinary as the world defines it, not fame, wealth, or widespread recognition, but extraordinary in the eternal sense. In the grand design I wrote before time began, you are not an accident. You are the embodiment of my perfect intention. Every breath, every step, every change in your soul and body is leading you toward the greatness I have ordained. You look in the mirror and ask, is there anything special about me? You compare your life to others and feel small. You hear the silent voice whispering, you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. But child, let me shatter every lie with my unshakable truth. I have chosen you. I have placed within you a fire that no one can extinguish. And every transformation in your mind, your emotions, your circumstances, even your body is preparation for a destiny greater than you can imagine. When you feel you are no longer the person you used to be, perhaps it's not loss but shedding. One chapter is closing, and you are being transformed to carry something newer, brighter, and deeper. I do not allow anything by accident. Every shift has purpose, and that purpose is for you to reflect my glory in this world. And foresee no judgment, no criticism, no fear can extinguish what I have breathed into your soul. You are a lamp that is not to be placed under a bed. You are a city set on a hill. You are the echo of an eternal one living, loving, and moving through the world by my spirit within you. And one day, when that light shines forth in its fullness, the whole world will know that your life was not lived in vain. You kept the flame alive, even when the storms raged around you. You completed the task I gave not by your own strength, but through obedience, through faithfulness, and through the inner light that could not be put out. My beloved child, as you read these words, your heart may feel unsettled by unfamiliar things. You may be walking through a season of change in your mind, your emotions, your relationships, or even in your body. I see it, and I know. Change is not easy to embrace. It can make you feel unanchored, unsteady, and at times you may find yourself asking, "What is happening to me?" Lord, my child, let me say this to you with all the love and patience in my heart. Change is not a sign that you are lost, it is a sign that you are growing. When I lead you out of what is familiar, it is not because I want to tire you, but because I am preparing you for something greater. Just as a tree must push its roots deeper when the winds begin to blow, you too are being led into a deeper place of faith, of understanding, and of intimacy with me. I know you long for what feels stable. I know you feel safest in what is familiar. But, my child, stability is not always the sign of life. Sometimes, it is the shaking that proves something sacred is beginning to sprout within you. A soul that is evolving cannot remain still. It must move. It must change. It must break past old boundaries to become more like my image. I do not force, but I invite you to step out of your comfort zone. Step into a new land, a place where faith is tested, where trust deepens, and where you no longer rely on your own understanding, but learn to lean fully on me. To fly, it must undergo a complete transformation, a process that seems painful and strange. But only after enduring the metamorphosis in the darkness of the cocoon can it spread its wings across the sky. So it is with you, my beloved. I am leading you through processes that seem mysterious and difficult to bring you into a new form, a new vision, and a destiny restored. You may not understand right now why someone has left your life. You may not comprehend why that door closed. Even after much prayer, you may feel lost in a new environment, new roles, unfamiliar emotions. But I am not the God of chaos. I am the God of design and purpose. Even the strangest, most confusing, and most unexpected events, I can use them as stepping stones to bring you closer to what I have ordained for your life. Have you ever heard of Abraham? I told him to leave his homeland and go to a place he had never known. He didn't understand, but he obeyed. And in that change, he became the father of faith. Have you ever thought of Joseph, the one sold into slavery, falsely accused, forgotten in prison? Every one of those moments was strange and hard to explain, but each of them played a part in bringing him to the throne of Egypt, where he fulfilled his destiny and saved a nation. My child, the change you are going through is not an end in it, is a transition. You are not losing direction. You are being directed. You are not drifting. You are being carried by the very river of life I've set before you. Even if you cannot yet see the shore, it may be a season of loneliness so you can learn to hear me. It may be a season of lack so you can learn to trust my provision. It may be a season of questions so you can learn to stand on my word, not your feelings. And through all these changes, I never leave you. I do not merely command and watch from afar. I walk with you, step by step. I am the one beside you, even when your heart does not feel it. And more than that, I send my angels ahead of you to guard you, to lead you, and to encourage you in the quiet. They know what's coming before you see it. They see the light in you even when your eyes are dimmed. They understand the weight and worth of your calling. And they serve you with reverence, for you bear my image in this world. My beloved, see change as a sign of life. That which lives must grow, and to grow, it must stretch. Trees must shed their leaves. Seasons must shift, and so must your spirit moving toward fullness. I am calling you closer, closer to my heart, closer to the knowledge of me, closer to the destiny into which I inscribed your name before the foundations of the world. You are not lost. You are being guided. You are not abandoned. You are being drawn in. You are not fading away. You are being reborn into the very essence of what I created you to be. You think your skin is merely physical covering? No, my child. The skin you wear is a garment for heavenly light. A light not from man, not from the world, but from me. That light is the Holy Spirit living within you. It is faith refined through trial. It is love preserved through deep wounds. Even when the world doesn't understand, doesn't acknowledge, even turns away, angels still look upon you with reverence, not because of outward radiance, but because of the true light you carry within. It is the light Martha couldn't display, but Mary could sit and receive. It is the light that needs no spotlight to shine, shines through quiet faithfulness, through obedience, through unwavering belief. Do you know what makes you most extraordinary? Not talent, not social status, but the fact that you keep walking even when no one sees, that you hold on to. My word, though the answers haven't come, that you forgive, love, and intercede when the world only knows how to condemn and give up. That is when you resemble Metha, one who washed the feet of betrayers, who remained silent at unjust trials, who died for those who never valued such sacrifice. My beloved child, look back on your journey. Every drop of sweat, every crack in your heart, every night you sat alone in the dark, I have seen them all, and I will not let any of it be wasted. Piece by piece, I am building you into a vessel of great worth, not a fragile jar, but a vessel of oil, able to shine for others in their darkest days. So when the world does not understand, you do not lose heart. The light within you does not need applause, it needs protection. And I will be the one who guards that flame. When you feel weak, I will be your strength. When you feel alone, I will send my angels. When you doubt yourself, I will remind you, you belong to me. You are chosen, and you are being prepared. End 4. Keep walking. Even if your steps are unsteady, keep your heart tender. Even when circumstances are harsh, let the light within you be greater than the darkness around you. So, my child, do not fear change. Stand still in faith, and let me do my work. Let your heart remain tender, so that the transformation within you will not be hindered. And every time you feel like a stranger to your own self, remember this: you are shedding the old to be clothed with the new, the one destined to do extraordinary things in me. I am your Father, the one who never changes, even as you are changing, and it is my unchanging nature that will be your solid ground in the midst of every shifting season. I am your Heavenly Father, the one who is leading you through this change toward the divine destiny prepared for you since before the beginning of time. My beloved child, pause for a moment. Let your mind rest from the unanswered questions, from the anxious thoughts swirling within you, from the unfinished plans that weigh heavily. I know your heart is carrying things you cannot fully understand. There are paths I am taking you down that you have never walked before. There are turns that confuse you, situations that cause you to hesitate, and fears you dare not speak aloud. But listen carefully. My child, I see the bigger picture. You see fragments, pieces that seem rough or out of place. But I am the one who sees from above, who beholds the entire masterpiece of your life. I know exactly where each piece fits. What must come first? What must come later? And what I am holding back until the right time. That is why I do not act hastily, but always perfectly on time. You don't need to understand everything to keep moving forward. You only need to know one thing. I am holding your hand. I never asked you to see the whole path. I only invited you to take one step at a time. I will take care of the rest. I do not need your strength. I only need your trust. Even if it is trust with tears. Trust in the unseen. Trust while your heart trembles, as long as it is trust. When you obey without understanding, you are growing. When you take steps without seeing the way, I am strengthening your feet. When you hear nothing from me but still keep your heart soft in prayer, that is when you are drawing closer to me than ever before. When the storms rise, when your world feels shaken, when your heart is weary and searching for refuge, come to me. I am the rock that cannot be moved. Other things may collapse. People may change. Time may take much away, but I am the place where you can truly rest. You do not need to explain. You do not need to pretend you're okay. You only need to come. Just lean into me like a child leans into their father, and I will cover you with peace beyond all understanding. When everything around you is unclear, I will be your light. Not a blinding flash that reveals everything at once, but a light enough for your next step, like a lamp to your feet, like the first glimmer of dawn before sunrise. I will shine just enough for you to walk without stumbling, and little by little, you will see more clearly. My guidance does not come in loud thunder, but in the gentle whisper within your heart. Keep walking. I am here. I am not only in your past, I am already in your future. I have gone ahead of you, clearing the way, arranging all things. What is unknown to you today has already been written into my eternal plan. Every detail, every dream, every purpose, I am weaving a story that no one else can write but me. You may see life as full of contradictions, when the wicked seem to prosper, and the righteous suffer, when what you thought was good is taken away, and the unexpected arrives without warning. But, my child, I do not act by human standards. I act by eternal wisdom. There are people I have allowed to walk out of your life, not because they are bad, but because I am taking you on a journey they are no longer meant to walk with you. There are doors I have not opened, not because I didn't hear your prayers, but because I am protecting you from what does not belong in your true destiny. Letting go is not failure, it is trust. Waiting is not being forgotten, it is being prepared. Change is not chaos, it is transformation. And the silence is not absence. It is my invitation for you to draw nearer, deeper. Do you know? Even when you feel weak, lost, and overwhelmed, I do not see you that way. I see you fighting, learning to trust, walking faithfully, and that is more precious to me than any outward success. They are not ornaments, they are warriors. They do not merely stand guard at night, they uplift your soul by day. They help keep your faith alive. They carry your silent groans as prayers before me. They defeat the darkness around you, not by their own might, but by the authority I have given them. And they never leave you, just as I never leave you. Even when you fail, I still love you. Even when you doubt, I remain patient. Even when you go the wrong way, I still call you back. Nothing you do can make me love you more or love you less. My love has no conditions, no limits. All I ask is that you remain in me. Just come close. Dare to believe that I know you better than you know yourself, and that I love you more than anyone ever could. So, my child, do not fear change. Stand still in faith, and let me do my work. Let your heart remain tender, so that the transformation within you will not be hindered. And every time you feel like a stranger to your own self, remember this: you are shedding the old to be clothed with the new, the one destined to do extraordinary things in me. I am your Father, the one who never changes, even as you are changing, and it is my unchanging nature that will be your solid ground in the midst of every shifting season. I am your Heavenly Father, the one who is leading you through this change toward the divine destiny prepared for you since before the beginning of time. My beloved child, pause for a moment. Let your mind rest from the unanswered questions, from the anxious thoughts swirling within you, from the unfinished plans that weigh heavily. I know your heart is carrying things you cannot fully understand. There are paths I am taking you down that you have never walked before. There are turns that confuse you, situations that cause you to hesitate, and fears you dare not speak aloud. But listen carefully. My child, I see the bigger picture. You see fragments, pieces that seem rough or out of place. But I am the one who sees from above, who beholds the entire masterpiece of your life. I know exactly where each piece fits, what must come first, what must come later, and what I am holding back until the right time. That is why I do not act hastily, but always perfectly on time. You don't need to understand everything to keep moving forward. You only need to know one thing: I am holding your hand. I never asked you to see the whole path. I only invited you to take one step at a time. I will take care of the rest. I do not need your strength. I only need your trust, even if it is trust with tears. Trust in the unseen. Trust while your heart trembles, as long as it is trust. When you obey without understanding, you are growing. When you take steps without seeing the way, I am strengthening your feet. When you hear nothing from me but still keep your heart soft in prayer, that is when you are drawing closer to me than ever before. When the storms rise, when your world feels shaken, when your heart is weary and searching for refuge, come to me. I am the rock that cannot be moved. Other things may collapse. People may change. Time may take much away, but I am the place where you can truly rest. You do not need to explain. You do not need to pretend you're okay. You only need to come. Just lean into me like a child leans into their father, and I will cover you with peace beyond all understanding. When everything around you is unclear, I will be your light. Not a blinding flash that reveals everything at once, but a light enough for your next step, like a lamp to your feet, like the first glimmer of dawn before sunrise. I will shine just enough for you to walk without stumbling, and little by little, you will see more clearly. My guidance does not come in loud thunder, but in the gentle whisper within your heart. Keep walking. I am here. And I am not only in your past, I am already in your future. I have gone ahead of you, clearing the way, arranging all things. What is unknown to you today has already been written into my eternal plan. Every detail, every dream, every purpose, I am weaving a story that no one else can write but me. You may see life as full of contradictions, when the wicked seem to prosper and the righteous suffer. when what you thought was good is taken away, and the unexpected arrives without warning. But, my child, I do not act by human standards. I act by eternal wisdom. There are people I have allowed to walk out of your life, not because they are bad, but because I am taking you on a journey. They are no longer meant to walk with you. There are doors I have not opened, not because I didn't hear your prayers, but because I am protecting you from what does not belong in your true destiny. Letting go is not failure, it is trust. Waiting is not being forgotten, it is being prepared. Change is not chaos, it is transformation. And the silence is not absence. It is my invitation for you to draw nearer, deeper. Do you know? Even when you feel weak, lost, and overwhelmed, I do not see you that way. I see you fighting, learning to trust, walking faithfully, and that is more precious to me than any outward success. They are not ornaments, they are warriors. They do not merely stand guard at night, they uplift your soul by day. They help keep your faith alive. They carry your silent groans as prayers before me. They defeat the darkness around you, not by their own might, but by the authority I have given them, and they never leave you, just as I never leave you. Even when you fail, I still love you. Even when you doubt, I remain patient. Even when you go the wrong way, I still call you back. Nothing you do can make me love you more or love you less. My love has no conditions, no limits. All I ask is that you remain in me. Just come close. Dare to believe that I know you better than you know yourself, and that I love you more than anyone ever could. So, my child, do not fear the future, for I hold it in my hand. Do not fear the darkness, for I am your light. Do not fear the things you do not yet understand, for I am the one who sees all. And one day, when you look back, you will see every step, every tear, every closed door had meaning, for I have used everything, both joy and sorrow, both clarity and confusion, to bring you to the glory I have ordained for you. My beloved child, come close to me. Be still for a moment. Do not rush to chase after the voices around you or the pressure within. Give me a quiet space so I may speak to you of the deep things I planted in your soul long ago. The transformation you are going through is not merely a fleeting season, it is the beginning of the fulfillment of the eternal mission I destined for you. I know you sense that something is changing, not just outwardly, but deep within. What once brought you comfort no longer fits. Old desires seem to fade, and a quiet yet powerful calling rises within your heart, urging you to walk a new path. That is not confusion, it is awakening. I am awakening what I sowed into your soul from the beginning, mission that is eternal. A purpose, untouched by time and unshaken by circumstances. And this transformation you feel is the sign that the time has come, the time when you are called to step into the very role for which you were created. Do not worry when what once felt familiar begins to feel foreign. I am peeling off the old layers not to leave you empty, but so you may be clothed in the new person, fit for the glory I desire to reveal through your life. You are not just another face among billions. You are an irreplaceable part of my divine plan. Your name is engraved on the palm of my hand. And when I placed you into the world, I did not just place you in space, I placed you in time, in the flow of history, in the exact circumstances through which my purpose would be made known. Therefore, the transformation you are undergoing is not an accident, not emotional chaos, and not an unusual season. It is a marking. It is the bell that rings to announce a new season, and that your mission is drawing near its moment of fulfillment, through tears, through loss, Through nights that seemed unending, I have taught you to wait with patience. I have softened your heart to hear the whisper of my spirit. I have taught you what it means to believe without seeing, to walk without clarity, to surrender without fully understanding. None of it has been in vain. It has been the foundation of your eternal mission. Just as Moses was prepared in the wilderness for 40 years before facing Pharaoh, just as David was forgotten in the fields before he was anointed king, just as Jesus, my beloved Son, lived 30 hidden years before stepping into 3 years of proclamation. If you feel that you are no longer the same, it is not something to fear. It is the sign that I am shaping you into a new vessel, a vessel that can carry divine wisdom, deep compassion, boldness in the spirit, and perseverance that flows from true faith. You will no longer ask, "What can I do?" but declare, "Here I am. Lord, send me." You will no longer live only for yourself, but to fulfill your part in the redemptive plan I am unfolding upon the earth. My angels have already been sent ahead to prepare the way. My spirit will be the one guiding each step, and I, myself, your Father, your fortress, your source of life, will walk with you, whether in the valley or on the mountaintop. And this present transformation is the doorway into it all. You only need to believe. You do not need to understand everything. You do not need to master it all. You only need to surrender your heart, to be willing to let go of the old and step into the new, and I will take care of the rest. You will speak words you never dared to utter. You will go places you never dreamed of. And you will reach souls I have ordained to meet you, not because of your ability, but because you allowed me to transform you. So, my child, let this process continue, even if it makes you uncomfortable, even if it asks you to release what was once familiar, even if it leads you into uncharted territory. Remember, my hand is still holding you. I will not allow you to go through anything without purpose. I will not allow you to be transformed without my watchful care, and I do not begin anything that I do not fully intend to complete. I am your loving Father, the one who foresees, the one who prepares, and the one who is about to reveal his glory through your very life. As a child of God, I am always by your side, in every moment, constantly reminding you to live in faith and trust in me. Follow and turn on notifications so you will not miss any word I speak from heaven. Amen.